Hello everybody, Arctic here, and welcome to 10 Facts about Rise of the Tomb Raider. Rise of the Tomb Raider was released November 10th, 2015 for Xbox and 360, and was released for Windows January 28th, 2016, as expected to be on PlayStation by the end of this year. So, now on to the facts. Number 1. This game was released the same day as Fallout 4, and it's kind of speculated that the biggest reason why it didn't do very well until December in sales is because of that. In fact, it took it till December to hit the 1 million sales mark. Number 2. If you look under the bed in one of the bungalows near the copper mill, you'll spot a familiar purple plushie. The Underpuss. This is an item from Tomb Raider Underworld, but you could it also appeared in the 2013 game Tomb Raider, having traveled now quite a distance to be in this game. Number 3. It was made mostly temporarily an Xbox exclusive due to the fact that Phil Spencer, the head of Microsoft's Xbox division, was a big fan of Uncharted and wanted a game like that on Xbox. Funny enough, PlayStation has been the main home from Tomb Raider since from the first game all the way up until these last few. So, number 4. Now, there's a ancient mechanical orrery in the that you have to complete in order to enter the lost city of Kitze. Yeah. You might have to worry about getting knocked off the platform or crushed or whatever. But if you really look at it, it looks a lot like the spinning platform from the first Tomb Raider film. I mean, really, a lot. Number 5. So this is a little bit of an obscure reference. There's a box with pieces out of it. Colored pieces, colored shaped pieces coming out of it. And it's actually a reference to Tetris. Yeah. Kind of cool. A little obscure, but kind of cool. Number 6. There are references to the events in the Dark Horse comic series, and novel, The 10,000 Immortals. It can be found pinned on her pinboard in the closing scenes of the game, referencing to the shootout at the Murloc College or the mystery suicide. Just altogether some really, really interesting stuff. There's also a photo ID of Kennard Mance, who was sent to dispose of Laura. So yeah, it's just a bunch of different references to that series. Let's see they tied stuff together, I guess. I found this one really cool. The Soul Reaver sword from this Legacy of Kain series. If you've never played that, I feel very sorry for you. Can be found in the Prophet's tomb above the Syrian tomb camp. Number 8. Crystal Dynamics has been in charge of the Tomb Raider games ever since Core Design failed to keep the game successful, and so it was basically like, here you go, Crystal Dynamics. And that happened in 2003, and they've been making all of the Tomb Raider games since then. They're the ones who made the Legacy of Kain series, so this A might be part of the reason why we haven't seen much from that series, and B would explain the other previous Easter egg. Number 9. In Rise's final major cutscene, you'll get a brief glimpse of a water buffalo paperweight. This paperweight looks very similar to a collectible that you could get in the 2013 Tomb Raider game. So, number 10. Okay, fans of the late, the great Terry Pratchett should know that his daughter was Rise of the Tomb Raider's lead writer. His daughter being Brianna Pratchett. And apparently she embedded a treasured memory in one of Laura's audio clips. Has a lot. It's kind of a nice little father-daughter thing, and it kind of goes along the lines of uh, before I even held you, I almost lost you, yet you fought back, determined to live, breathe, ball your tiny fists, and scream the hospital down. It was the best noise I ever heard. When I went home that snowy night, I cooked myself a steak, then drunk half a bottle of whiskey, tried to make snowshoes out of tennis rackets, and fell asleep with the cat. I was so damn happy. And then the other part, I must have heard this story about a dozen times, and I could hear it a dozen more. I wish that could have lasted. I wish we'd had more time. I'm not sure exactly how much that would have been exactly pertaining to him or not. He was a very, very prolific writer. He wrote the Discworld series. Wonderful series. Some really good books came out of that. Well, not books. Some really good movies came out of that series. The books are fantastic. There's been many series. There's been a lot of stuff that happened. And he continued writing all the way up to the end. In fact, his last book was released a few months after his death. And he died March 12th, 2015 from Alzheimer's. Or at least complications thereof. So it could have very well, that really seems like a nice little homage to the fact of wanting to have more time with her father, and she didn't. Either way, even if that isn't a direct reference to that, you can always really just take heart in the fact that Terry Pratchett's daughter was the lead writer for this game, so that's pretty cool. Well, anyways, that wraps up these 10 facts about Rise of the Tomb Raider. If you liked it, go and hit that like button. If you have any facts that you'd like to suggest, or something you'd like to see me do facts on in a later video, go ahead and stick that down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified of, when I have videos that come out every day, 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. Central Time. And as always, you have fun, and I will see you later. Bye.